Train the greeting as a behavior.
Say your cue and click the dog before the dog gets to you. So I'm going to say hello, wish free, say hello, and then I'm going to feed down on the ground. Say hello. Good. Say hello. Awesome. Good. Then, after a couple of repetitions of that, where you're clicking your dog approaching, good. Then you're going to click your dog for standing still in front of you, or if you want your dog to sit when saying hello to people, you can do that. But I don't suggest having dogs sit if they're scared of people, because if they feel like there's some social pressure that they have to keep sitting and this person keeps petting them, then there's no real way of them saying that they've had enough, except perhaps, snarling or snapping. So if the dog's standing up and they don't particularly like the petting, they can move out of the way or choose to walk away if they don't really like it. Hey, Wish. Say hello.
The next step is adding petting if your dog likes petting. You can also use an excited voice and different body gestures to help generalize the behavior for when your dog might meet someone who acts differently than you. Change your dog's motivation. Instead of you coming home being about the greeting, you can change your dog's motivation to getting a really special treat, or getting a chew, getting to go for a walk, or getting to go out to the toilet. As you can see, Wish isn't that interested in the food as my other dogs, but she's very interested in getting to go outside. So she's only been in there for an hour because I was just teaching a class. But since she was a young puppy, I made sure that opening the crate door after she spent time in there was not about greeting me, but about going outside to the toilet.
Go pee.
If your dog is just too excited when you come home from work to concentrate on anything else besides greeting you, you can practice in training sessions when you've already been home that when you leave the room and then come back, or leave the house and then come back, it means treats and chews and not a greeting. Make greetings contingent on calmness.
If you want to train your dog to not be excited when you come home, it's really hard to do if your dog is overexcited when you come home, to do it when you come home from being gone many hours. It's better to work on the behavior when you've been home all day, and then you can practice going through the door and coming back and doing the same things that you do when you come home. Now, I am going to over-exaggerate even, so that when I do say hi to my dogs, or when other people say hi in an excited way, they're going to learn that it's not really that exciting as they thought it was. By repetition, they're going to start habituating to it. Are you ready? Bye guys, see you later. Hello! Hi everybody! Come and say hi! Hello, Splash! So when you do come home from work, or you've been out all day, and you come in, you really want to see your dog, you love your dog, you want to give them attention, but the best thing to do, if you have a dog that gets overexcited by this, is to be very calm and mellow and neutral. You can sprinkle treats down, you can give them a chew, you can see if they want to go to the toilet, and then go about your stuff for 10 minutes. Then when your dog is calmed down, then you can reinforce that calmness by greeting them. So when they've already seen you around and they're less excited, then you can tell them how much you love them. Hi, Splashers!
I wanted to get kisses. Tagini wanted to get petted. Yes, you did. Wish, do you want to come say hello? You wanted to say hello. Yes, you did.
It's also really hard to teach your dog to be calm when guests come over if you, every day, for only being gone 8 hours, you get your dog revved up and overexcited about you coming home. Well, guess how they must feel if they haven't seen your friend in like 2 weeks and the friend comes over. If they're overexcited about you coming home, how can they possibly not be overexcited when there's a fun guest coming over? Hey, Splash.
Remove reinforcement for unwanted behavior. In this scenario, it would have been better if Wish, the 16-week-old puppy, had a chance to calm down and relax before greeting my parents when we went over to visit. However, life doesn't always happen that way, and my parents were just as excited to greet her as she was to greet them. So, this is what we did instead. social interaction and food for calmly sitting or standing, but if she were to jump, then no more food and no more petting.
Okay, I'm going to take her away and bring her back. Okay. Ready? Hello, my sweetie.
Hi.
Go say hi. Good girl. Let's try that again. Go say hi.
Hello, Wishy.
Good girl.
Good job. Wishy. Hello, Wishy.
Good girl. Good job. And then if she starts jumping, then stop petting her. But I don't think she would stop.
If you're worried your dog might unexpectedly jump up and hurt your guests, you can either slide your thumb through the front of their harness or their collar so that you have control over your dog, or you can step on their leash attached to the harness as they say hello, so that if they do jump, they're not going to pop up and hit the person. You want to keep the leash loose, but not too loose that the dog might hurt the person if they were to jump.
Another game you can play if your dog just can't control his impulses of jumping up is using other things to distract your dog and work on that impulse control of if there's something above you, you can't jump up to get it. So I've actually worked on this with Wish a little bit, but the first step is just holding whatever it is above your dog's head, clicking and treating. Good job. Then when they're succeeding, moving it slowly. Good girl. And then faster. Woo! If your dog does jump up and get it, then you can simply just take the toy away for 3 seconds and then make it easier, having the toy further away from your dog. So further away to the side, lower down, and further way up above. Good job. And then try a little bit faster. Woo, like a little kid's arms.